and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to Vallejo Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, hosted at this beautiful, beautiful Mare Island Museum. Thank you so much to the museum for letting us perform here tonight. Absolutely. A few housekeeping things before we let the actors take over. Please turn off any cell phones or anything that buzzes or beeps. Anything. Just turn it off, please. Second, we will have a 10-minute intermission. At that time, we will have our snack bar reopen, and then you can use the restrooms, which will be right through here. Also, to preserve our illusion that we are in a stage, do not go past this lovely table, or go back there. Thank you. Without further ado, this is our last performance of this show. As a director, this has been a labor of love, and I am so, so happy that I was able to do it. So thank you for coming out tonight. Enjoy Taming of the Shrew.
Tranio, since for the great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I have arrived for fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy, and by my father's love and leave am armed with his goodwill and thy good company. My trusty servant, well approved in all. Here, let us breathe and happily institute a course of learning and ingenious studies. Pisa, renowned for grave citizens, that gave me my being and my father first, a merchant of great traffic through the world. Lucentio come of Bentivogli, Lucentio's son brought up in Florence. It shall become to serve all hopes conceived to deck his fortune with his virtuous deeds. And therefore, Tranio, for the time I study virtue and that part of philosophy, while I apply the treats of happiness, specially to be achieved. Tell me thy mind, for I am Pisa left and Padua to come, as he that leaves a shallow plush to plunge him in the deep, and Wisitati seeks to quench his thirst.
Mi pernodanto, gentle mastermind. I am in all affected as yourself, glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let's be no Stoics or no Stocks, I pray, or so devote to Aristotle's checks as Ovid be an outcast quite abjured. Bulk logic with the acquaintances you have, but practice rhetoric in your common talk. Music and poesies used to quicken you. The mathematics and the metaphysics, well, fall to them as you find your stomach serves you. No profit grows and no pleasure tamed. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Gramercy, Tranio, well dost thou advise. If beyond other work come ashore, we can finally put ourselves in readiness and take a lodging fit to entertain such friends as time as Padua shall beget. But stay a while. What company is this?
Master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, importune me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Katherine, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio, will you any wife?
I pray you, madam, do you mean to make a stale of me amongst these maids?
Mates, maid? How mean you that? No mates for you unless you are of gentler, milder mold.
If faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. I wish it was not halfway to her heart, but if it were, no doubt her care would be to comb your noddle with a three-legged stool, paint your face, and use you like a fool.
From all such devils, Lord, deliver us.
Give me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here is some good pastime toward. That wench is stark mad, or wonderful flower.
Yes, but in the others do I see maids mild behavior and sobriety. Peace, Tranio.
Well said, master. Mum, and please your fill.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said. Bianca, get you in. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee nevertheless, my girl.
A pretty Pete. It is best. Put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Mother, to your pleasure, humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Well, it's hard, Tranio. Thou mayest hear them and never speak.
Madame Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mew her up, Madame Baptista, for this fiend of hell, and make her bear the penance of her tongue?
Gentlemen, content ye, I am resolved. Go in, Bianca. most delight in music, instruments, and poetry. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house fit to instruct her youth. If you, Hortensio, or Signor Gremio, you know any such, prefer them hither. For to cunning men I will be very kind, and liberal to mine own children in good bringing up. And so farewell.
Oh, Katherine, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why, and I trust I may go too, may I not?
What, shall I be appointed ours? As though belike I know not what to take, or what to leave.
Ha! You may go to the devil's dam. Your gifts are so good, here's none will hold you. The love is not so great, Hortensio, but we may blow our nails together and fast it fairly out. Our cake's dough on both sides. Farewell. Yet, for the love I bear my sweet Bianca, if I can by any means light upon a fit man to teach her that wherein she delights, I will wish him to her mother.
So will I, Signor Gremio. But a word, I pray. Though yet the nature of our quarrel never brooked parley, know now, upon advice, it toucheth us both, that we may yet again have access to our fair mistress and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labor and effect one thing especially.
What's that, I pray?
Mare, sir, to get a husband for her sister.
Husband? A devil.
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio, though her mother be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell?
Tush, Gremio. But that would passeth your patience and mine to endure her loud alarums. Why, man, there be good fellows in the world, and a man could light on them will take her with all faults, and money enough.
I cannot tell. I cannot tell, but I had as lief take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples, but come, since this bar in law hath made us friends, it shall so far forth friendly be maintained, till by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set her youngest free for a husband, and then have to it afresh. Sweet Bianca, happy man be his dole, he that runs fastest gets the ring. How say you, Senor Gremio?
I am agreed. And would I had given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and rid the house of her. Come on.
Pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see what idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love in idleness. And now in plainness do confess to thee, that art is secret to me as Anna to the Queen of Carthage was. Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish, Tranio, if not I achieve this young modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, it is no time to chide you now. Affection is not rated from the heart. If love hath touched you, naught remains but so. Redimque captum quamquet minimo.
Gramercy's lad, go forward, discontent. The rest will comfort for thy counsel sound.
Master, you look so longingly on the maid. Perhaps you not marked the pith of it all.
Oh, Tranio, I saw sweet beauty in her face.
I saw you no more. Mark you how her eldest sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that the mortal ear might hardly endure the din?
Tranio, I saw her poor lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her.
Nay, 'tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, sir, awake. If you love the maid, bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. The eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that till her mother rids her hands of her, master, your love must live a maid at home, and therefore hath she closely mewed her up, for she will not be annoyed with any suitors.
Ah, Tranio, what a cool mother she. But art not that advice? She did take some care in getting her cunning schoolmaster to instruct her.
Very I am, sir. Now 'tis plotted.
Tranio, I have it.
Master, from my hand, both of our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You will be schoolmaster and undertake the teachings of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done.
Not possible. For who shall bear your part and be here in Padua, Lucentio's son? Keep his house, ply his books, welcome his friends, visit his countrymen, and banquet them.
Basta, content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in either house, nor can we lie distinguished by our faces. For man or master.
Oh,
Thus it stands. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Take port and house and servants as I should. I will some other be some Florentine or Neapolitan or meaner man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched and shall be so. At once uncase thee, take my colored hats and my cloak. When Biondello comes, he waits on thee, but I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
Oh, so had you need. In brief, sir, sith it your pleasure is, and I am tied to be obedient, for your father at our parting did charge me, be serviceable to my son, quoth he. Though I think 'twas in another sense, I am content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves. Let me be slave to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Why, here comes the road. Sirrah, where have you been?
Hey, where have I been? Where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Or you his? Or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sirrah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest, therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on. For in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man in fear I was described. Wait you on her, I charge you, as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
Aye, sir, narrow ways.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
And the better for her were I so too.
So could I, faith, boy, to have the next wish after, that Lucentio indeed had Baptista's youngest daughter. But sir, not for my sake, but for your master's, I advise you to use your manners discreetly in all kinds of companies. When I'm alone, why then I'm Tranio, but in all places else, your master, Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go, for one more thing rests, that thyself execute, to make one amongst these wooers. And if thou ask me why, sufficient my answer is both good and weighty.
Verona, for a while I take my leave to visit my friends in Padua. But of all my best beloved and approved friend Hortensio, I trow this is his house. Here, Sirrah Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? What man has refused your worship?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock me here, sir? Why, sir, what am I, sir, to knock me here, sir?
Villain, I say knock me at this gate and rap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master has grown quarrelsome. If I should knock you first, then I should know who after comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Fate, Sirrah, and you'll not knock. I'll ring it. I'll try how you can soul, ba, and sing it.
Help, help, my master's mad.
Now knock when I bid you, Sirrah villain.
Now, what's the matter? My old friend Grumio! And my good friend Petruchio! How does that both of her?
Signor Hortensio, coming to part the fray, con tutto il cori ben trovato, may I say.
Alla nostra casa, benvenuto, molto onorato, signor mio Petruchio. Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
Nay, 'tis no matter what he ledges in Latin. If this be not a lawful case for me to leave his service, well, look you, sir, he bid me knock him and rap him soundly. Was it fit for a servant to use his master so? For being odd, I see. 2 and a 30, a pip out. Whom would I, to God, would have knocked him first? Then Romeo would have come by the worst.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade this rascal knock upon your gate, and I could not get him from my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate, make you these words plain?
Sirrah, knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, knock me soundly.
And now you go with knocking at the gate.
Sirrah, he gone or talk not, I advise you.
Patience, Petruchio. I am Grumio's pledge. Why, this is a hard chance between him and you, your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant, Grumio. Tell me now, sweet friend, what happy wind blows you to Padua here from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortune further than at home, where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. I thrust myself into this maze happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Coins in my purse I have, and goods at home. And some come abroad to see the world.
Well, Petruchio, shall I come roundly to thee then, and help thee to a cursed and shrewish wife? Thou'st thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I'll promise thee she shall be rich, and very, well, rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt friends such as we, few words suffice. And therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, for wealth is burden of my wooing dance, be she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sybil, or as cursed and shrew as Socrates and Thebe, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes affection's edge in me. Were she as rough as are the swelling Adriatic seas, I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Oh, well, sir, he flatly tells you his mind. Why, give him gold enough and marry him to a puppet, or an aglet baby, or an old trot with narrow tooth in her head, though she has as many diseases as 2 and 50 horses. Why, nothing comes amiss when money comes with all.
Petruchio, since we are stepped thus far in, I'll continue that I broached in jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, and young and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is false enough, is that she is intolerable cursed, shrewd, froward, so beyond all measure that were my state far worser than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace! Thou knowest not gold's effects. Tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough, for I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Her mother's name is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentlewoman. Her name is Katherine Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her mother, though I know not her, and she knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Signor Hortensio, until I see her, and therefore let me be thus bold to give you over at this first encounter. Unless you will accompany me thither.
I pray you, sir, let him go while the humor lasts. And if she knew him as well as I do, she would think scolding would do little good upon him. Why, she would call him half-score names or so. Why, that's nothing. And he begin once to rail at his rope tricks. I'll tell you what, sir. And if she stood him but a little, he would throw a figure in her face and so disfigure her that she'll have no more eyes to see withal than a cat. You know him not, sir.
Tarry, sir. I must go with you. For in Baptista's keep my treasure is. She holds the jewel of my life in hand, her youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca. And her withholds from me, and others more, rivals to me, and rivals in my love, supposing it a thing impossible, owing to those defects I have before rehearsed, that ever Katherine shall be wed. Therefore, this decision hath Baptista taken, that none shall have access to Bianca until Katherine the Cursed have got a husband. So,
Katherine the Cursed. A title for a maid of all the titles, the worst.
now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me disguised in sober robes to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music to instruct Bianca, so that I may by this device at least have leave and leisure to make love to her, and unsuspected court her by herself.
Here's no knavery. See, to beguile the old folks, how the young folks lay their heads together. Masters, look about you! Ha! Look out there!
Peace, Grumio. It is the rival to my love. Petruchio, stand by.
A stripling and an amorous.
Oh, very well. I have perused the note. Hark ye, sir, I'll have them very fairly bound. All books of love see that at any hand. And see you read no other lectures there, you understand that? Over and beside Madame Baptista's liberality, I shall mend it with a largesse. Take your paper too, and let me have them very well perfumed, for she is sweeter than perfume itself to whom they go to. What will you read to her?
Whatever I read to her, I'll plead for you. As for my patron, stand you so assured as firmly as you were standing still? Yea, with more successful words than you, unless you were a scholar, sir.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
Peace, Sirrah. God save you, Signor Gremio.
And you're well met, Signor Hortensio. Shall you whither I'm going? To Baptista Minola. I promised to inquire carefully about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca, and by good fortune I've lighted well upon this young man for learning and behavior fit for her turn, well read in poetry and other books. Good ones, I warrant you.
'Tis well. And I have met a gentleman hath promised to help me to another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress. Thus shall I go quickly behind in duty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deed shall prove.
And that is bad shall prove.
Gremio, now 'tis no time to vent our love. Listen to me, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell you news indifferent good for either. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I have met. Upon agreement from us both to his liking, hath undertaken to woo cursed Katherine, yea, and to marry her if her dowry please.
So said, so done as well. But Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, gentlemen, I see no harm.
No, say'st me so, friend. What countryman?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead. My fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days and long to see.
Oh, sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But if you have a stomach, do it in God's name. You shall have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wild cat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? I or I'll hang her.
Came I hither but to that intent? Think you a little wind can dump mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field and heaven's artillery thunder in the sky? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud larums, neighing steeds and trumpets clang? And you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so great a blow as does a chestnut in a farmer's fire. Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs.
For he fears nothing.
Hortensio, hark. This gentleman is happily arrived, my mind presumes, for his own good and ours.
I promised we would be contributors and bear his charging of wooing whatsoever.
And so we will, provided that he win her.
I would I were sure of a good dinner.
Gentlemen, God save you. Tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Baptista Minola?
She that has two daughters. It's she.
Even she, Biondello.
Hark ye, sir, you mean not her too.
Sir, what have you to do?
Not her that chides at any hand, I pray, sir.
I love no chiders, sir. Biondello, that's away.
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to this maid you talk of, yea or no?
If I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, without more words, you can get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray. Oh, not to these streets as free for me as for you.
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she's the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. If you be gentlemen, do me this right. Hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentlewoman, to whom my father is not all unknown, and were her daughter fairer than she is, more suitors may she have, and me for one. Fair Lida's daughter had 1,000 wooers, then one well-known maid fair Bianca have, and so she shall. Lucentio make one, though Paris came in hopes to speed alone.
Oh, what this gentleman will out-talk us all.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, if I may be so bold as ask, have you yet even seen Baptista's daughter?
No.
Well,
But here I do that she hath two. One is famous for her scalding tongue, as the other is for her beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first's for me. You let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules, and let it be more than Alcides' 12.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth. The younger daughter whom you hearken for, her mother keeps from access of all suitors, and will not promise her to any man until the elder sister first be wed. The younger then is free and not before.
If it be so, sir, that you are the man that must stead us all, and me, amongst the rest,
And if you break the ice and do this feat, achieve the elder setting the younger free for our access, who shall be to have or shall not be so graciously be to be ingrate.
Sir, you say well, and well you do concede. And since you do propose to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman upon whom we all rest generally depending.
I shall not be slack. In signs whereof, please ye we may contrive this afternoon, and quaffed carouses to our mistress's health, and do as adversaries do in law, strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion! Fellows, let's be gone!
The motion's good indeed, and be it so. Petruchio, I will be your benvenuto.
more than any other. Maybe and thou liest, is it not Hortensio? If you affect him, sister, here I swear I'll plead for you myself, but you shall have him.
Oh, then, be like you fancy riches more. You will have Gremio to keep you fair.
Is it for him you do envy me, sir? Oh, nay, then you jest, and now I well perceive you've but jested with me all this while. I prithee, Sister Kate, untie my hands.
If that be jest, all the rest was so.
What how now, Dame? Whence grows this insolence? Oh, Bianca, stand aside. Oh, poor girl, she weeps. Oh, go and ply thy needle. Meddle not with her. For shame, thou helmet of devilish spirit. Why dost thou wrong her that did ne'er wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence quells me, and I'll be revenged.
What? In my sight? Oh! Bianca, get you in.
What, will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband. I must dance barefoot on her wedding day. And for your love to her, leave aches in hell. Talk not to me. I'll go sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge.
Was ever woman thus grieved as I? But who comes here?
Good morrow, neighbor Baptiste.
Good morrow, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good ma'am, pray, have you a daughter called Katherine, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katherine.
But too blunt, go to it orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Gremio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, ma'am, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and mild behavior, her wondrous qualities and bashful modesty, am bold to make myself a forward guest in your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which so oft I have heard. And as an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in the music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences, whereof I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Lucentio of Mantua.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter Katherine, this I know. She is not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, for you like not of my company.
Mistake me not, I speak but as I find. But whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
My name is Petruchio, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all Italy.
I know him well. You are welcome for his sake.
Saving your tail, Petruchio, I pray. let us let our poor petitioners speak too. Bakari, your marvelous forward.
Pardon me, Signor Gremio, I would fain be doing.
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your wood. Neighbor, this is a gift very gratifying, I'm sure of it, to express the like kindness, myself that have been more kindly beholding to you than any, freely give unto you this young scholar, that hath long been studying at Rheims, as cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio. But, gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, ma'am. The boldness is mine own that being a stranger in this city here, do make myself a suitor to your daughter, and to Bianca, fair and virtuous. Nor is your resolve unknown to me in the preferment of the eldest sister. This liberty is all that I request, that upon knowledge of my parentage I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and free access and favor as the rest.
Lucentio is your name. Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, ma'am, son to Vicentio.
Oh, a mighty man of Pisa. By report, I know him well. You are very welcome, sir. You shall go see your pupils presently. Sirrah, lead these gentlemen to my daughters and tell them both these are their tutors. Bid them use them well. We will go walk a little in the orchard and then to dinner. You are passing welcome, and so I pray you all to think yourselves.
Lady Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father well, and in me, left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased. Therefore tell me, if I win your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
Upon my death, the 1/2 of my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
Before that dowry, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survived me, in all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, so that covenants may be kept at either hand.
Aye, when the special thing is well obtained. That is her love, for that is all in all.
That is nothing. For I tell you, mother, I am as peremptory as she, proud-minded. And where two raging fires do leap together, they do consume the very thing that feeds their fury. The little fire grows great with little wind, yet extreme gusts blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me, for I am rough and woo not like a babe.
Well mayest thou woo, and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy words.
Aye, to the proof, as mountains are to winds that shakes not, though they blow perpetually.
How now, my friend? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I am pale.
What, will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never loose.
Why then thou canst not break her to the lute?
Why, no, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her fret, and bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when with a most impatient, devilish spirit, frets call you these, quoth she. I'll fume with them. And with that word, she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my paint made way. And while I stood amazed there for a while, as on a pillory, looking through the lute, while she did call me rascal fiddler and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms as had she practiced to abuse me so.
Now by the world, it is a lusty wench. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Well, go with me and be not so discomfited. Proceed in practice with my younger daughter. She's apt to learn and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you go with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I'll attend her here, and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail. I'll tell her plain she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. That she frown. I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say that she bid me pack. I'll give her thanks, as though she bid me stay by her side a week. She denied a wed. Pray the day that I shall ask the bands and when be married. But here she comes. Now, Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate. That's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Katherine that you talk of me.
You lie in faith. For you were called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates. And therefore, Kate, take this of me. Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtues spoke of and thy beauty sounded, not so deeply as to thee belongs, myself am moved to woo thee from a wife.
Moved in good time. Like him that moved you hither, remove you hence. I knew you at first to be immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
Join stool.
Thou hast hit it, come, sit on me.
Asses were made to bear, and so are you.
Women were made to bear, and so were you.
No such shade as you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light is such a sway for you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Hanging like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
Aye, for a turtle as he takes a buzzard.
Come, come, you wasp of faith. You are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy then is to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you talk of tails. And so farewell.
With my tongue in your tail? Hey, come, Kate, I'm a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear, I'll cuff you if you strike me again.
So you will lose your arm. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, why then no arm?
A herald, Kate? Oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crested coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
Your cock is blind and throws you like a craven.
Hey, you must not look so sour.
Oh, it is my fashion when I see a crab.
Hey, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
Oh, there is, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
You mean my face?
Well, aim for such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with care.
I care not.
Nay, in sooth, you escape not so.
I'll shoot you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and solid. Now I find report a very liar. Thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, yet slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip, as angry wenches will. For thou with mildness entertainst thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable. Does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slenderest world! Kate like the hazel twig is straight and slender, and as brown in hue as the hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Let me see thee walk! Thou dost not halt.
Go, fool, and who thou keeps the man?
Did ever Diane so become a grove as Kate, this chamber with her princely gate? Oh, be thou Diane, and let Diane be Kate, and let Kate be chaste and Diane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
This extempore from my mother wit.
A witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Mary, so I mean, sweet Katherine, in the bed. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your mother hath consented that you shall be my wife, your dowry agreed on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now I am a husband for your turn, Kate, for by this light, whereby I see thy beauty, Thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me. For am he born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. And your mother, never make denial, I must and will have Katherine for my wife.
Oh, Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, ma'am, how but well? 'Twere impossible I should speed amiss.
How now, daughter Katherine, in your dumbness?
Call you me daughter? I promise you, you have showed a tender, motherly regard to wish me wed to a one-half lunatic, a madcap ruffian and swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
So it is, mother. You and all the world that talked of her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy. For she's not froward, but modest as the dove. She's not hot, but temperate as the morn. For patience shall prove to be a second Griselda, and Roman Lucrece for chastity. And in conclusion, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Hark, Petruchio, she says she'll see thee hanged first.
Is this your speeding, sir? Nay, then good night on our part.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If her and I be happy, what's that to you? 'Twas bargained twixt us twain, being alone, that she shall still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love. Oh, you are novices. 'Tis a world to see when men and women are alone. How tame a meat-cock wretch can make the cursed shrew. Give me thy hand, Kate. I will on Venice by peril against the wedding day. Prepare the feast, mother, and bid all the guests. I shall make sure my Katherine is fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Amen, say we. We will be witnesses.
Mother and wife, and gentlemen, adieu. Sunday comes apace, I will unto Venice. Come, kiss me, Kate. We will be married on Sunday.
Was e'er match clapped up so suddenly?
Faith, gentlemen, now I play a merchant's part and venture madly on a desperate march.
Was a commodity lay fretting by you, 'twill either bring you gain or perish on the seas.
The gain I seek is quiet in the match.
No doubt, but he hath got a quiet catch. But Baptista, now to your younger daughter, now is the day we long have looked for. I am your neighbor and your suitor first.
But I, the one who loved Bianca more than words can witness or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Greybeard, thy love doth freeze.
But thine doth fry. Skipper, stand back. 'Tis age that nourishes.
But youth in ladies' eyes that flourish.
Gentlemen, content you. I will compound this strife. 'Tis deeds must win the prize, and he of both that can assure my daughter greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Say, Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
First, as you know, my house within the city is richly furnished with plate and gold, basins and ewers to lay her dainty hands. My hangings all of Tyrian tapestries. In ivory coffers I have stuffed my crowns. In cypress chests my arras counterpoints. Costly apparel, tents and canopies, fine linen, turkey cushions bossed with pearl, valance of Venice, gold and needlework, pewter and brass, and all things that belong to house or housekeeping. And if I die tomorrow, this is hers. If whilst I live, she will be only mine.
If only came well in. Ma'am, list to me. I am my father's heir and only son, and if I may have your daughter to my wife, I'll leave her houses 3 or 4 as good, within rich Pisa walls to any one Signor Gremio has here in Padua. Besides, 2,000 ducats
by the year of fruitful land. All this shall be her jointure. What have I pitched you, Signor Gremio?
2,000 ducats by the year of land. My land amounts not to so much naught. That she shall have, besides an argosy that now is lying in Marseille's road. What? Have I choked you with an argosy?
Oh, Gremio, 'tis known my father has no less than 3 great argosies, besides 2 galleasses and 12 tight galleys. These I will assure her, and twice as much where'er thou offerest next.
Nay, I have offered all. I have no more. And she can have no more than all I have. If you like me, she shall have me in mind.
Why, then the maid is mine from all the world. By your firm promise, Gremio is outvied.
I must confess your offer is the best. And let your father make her the assurance she is your own. Else you must pardon me if you should die before him. Where's the dower?
That's but a cavil, the old I
It
young.
may not young men die as well as old.
Gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, you know, my daughter Katherine is to be married. Now on the Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, if you this assurance. If not, Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave, and thank you both.
Adieu, good neighbor. Now I fear thee not. Sirrah, young gamester, thou father were a fool to give thee all, and in his waning age set foot under thy table, touch a toy. An old Italian fox is not so kind, my boy.
Vengeance on your crafty withered hide! Yet I have faced it with a card of 10. It's in my head to do my master good. I see no reason but supposed Lucentio must get a father called supposed Lucentio, and that's a wonder. Fathers do commonly get their children, but in this case of wooing, the child must get a sire. If I fail, it's not of my cunning.
Fiddler forbear, you grow too froward, sir. Have you so soon forgot the entertainment her sister Katherine welcomed you withal?
But, wrangling pedant, this is the mistress of heavenly harmony. Then give me leave to have prerogative, and when in music we have spent an hour, your lecture shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass! That never read so far as to the cause of why music was ordained? Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies or his usual pains? Give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Sirrah, I will not bear these braves of thine.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which rested in my choice. I know preaching scholar in the schools, I'll not be tied to hours nor appointed time, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And to cut off all strife, here sit me down. Take you your instrument, play it a while, for the lecture will be done ere you have tea.
You'll leave his lecture when I am in tune.
That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ebat sumois, hic est sigea tellus, hic steterat priami regia celsa senis.
Construe them?
Hic ebat, as I told you before. Simois, I am Lucentio. Hic est, son of Vicentio of Pisa. Sigea tellus, disguised thus to get your love. Hic steterat, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing. Priami is my man Trenio. Regia, bearing my port. Celsa senis, that we might beguile the old pantaloon.
Madame, my instrument's in tune.
Oh, let's hear. Oh, fine, the treble jars.
Spit in the hole, man, and do it again.
Let me see if I can construe it. Hic ebat sumois, I know you not. Hic est sigea tellus, I trust you not. Hic streterat priami, take heed ye hear us not. Regia, presume not. Celsus senis, despair not.
Madame, 'tis now in tune.
Oh, but the bass is right!
'Tis the base knave that jars. how fiery and forward our pedant is. He thinks the knave doth court my love. Petruchio, I'll watch you better yet.
In time I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrust it not, for Aeacides was Ajax, called so from his grandfather.
I must believe my masters, else I promise you I should be arguing still upon that doubt. But let it rest. Now, Licio, to you. Good masters, take it not unkindly, pray that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go walk, and give me leave a while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
Are you so formal, sir? Well, then I must wait. And watch withal, but before I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Now, Mare, before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, we must begin with rudiments of art. To teach you gamut in a briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual than hath been taught by any of my trade, and there it is in writing, fairly drawn.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Yet read the gamut of Hortensio.
Gamut, I am the ground of all accord. A, Ray, to plead Hortensio's passion. B, me, Bianca, take him for thy lord. C, Fa, that loves with all affection. D, so, Ray, 1 clef, 2 notes have I. E, me, show pity, or I die. Call you this a gamut? Tut, I like it not. So nice to change true rules for old inventions.
Mistress, your mother prays you leave your books and help to dress your sister's chambers up. You know tomorrow's the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters. Both. I must be gone.
Faith, mistress, and I have no cause to stay.
But I have cause to pry into this pedant. Now, for my life, the knave looks as though he were in love. But if thy thoughts, Bianca, be so humble as to cast thy wandering eyes on every stale, seize thee that list. If once I catch thee ranging, Hortensio will be quit with thee by changing.
Lucentio, this is the appointed day when Kate and Petruchio should be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want the bridegroom when the priest attends to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must, forsooth, be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart to when mad brain roots be full of spleen, that wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jest and blunt behavior, and to be noted for a merry man. He'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make feasts, invite guests, proclaim the banns, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now the world must point at poor Katherine and say, lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her. Patience, good Katherine, and Baptista too. By my life, Petruchio means but well, whatever fortune stays him from his word. Though he be bold, I know him passing wise. Though he be merry, yet withal he is honest. Would Katherine had never seen him, though.
Go, girl. I cannot blame thee now to weep, for such an injury would vex a very saint, much more a shrew of thy patient humor.
Master news, old news, and such news as you've never heard of.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why is it not news to hear Petruchio's coming?
Oh, is he come?
I know, ma'am.
What then?
He is coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you there.
But say, what to thine old news?
Oh, why Petruchio is coming in a new hat, an old jerkin, a pair of old breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, the other laced, and an old rusty sword taken out of the town armory with a broken hilt and tapeless with 2 broken points. His horse hit with an old mocky saddle and stirrups of no kindred. Besides, possessed with the glanders and like to Mose and the chime, troubled with the lampast, infected with fashion, full of lingdolls, sped with spavins, rayed with yellows, past her of the fives, a half-bit check, a headstall full of sheep's leather, which, being restrained to keep him from stumbling, hath often burst, but now repaired with knots, a one-girth 6-time piece and a woman's crupper of allure, which had 2 letters in her name, barely set down in studs and here and there pierced with packed thread.
Who comes with him?
Oh, and his lackey, for all the world's comparison, like the horse, with the linen sock on one leg and a courtesy boot hose on the other, guarded with a red and blue list, an old hat in the humor of 40 fancy fixated for a monster, a very monster in apparel, and not like a Christian footboy or a gentleman's lackey.
'Tis some odd humor that pricks him to this fashion, yet so often he goes but mean apparel.
I am glad he's come, howsoe'er he comes.
Oh, why, ma'am, he comes not.
Didst thou not say he comes?
Who that Petruchio came?
I, that Petruchio came.
I say his horse comes with him on his back.
Why, that's all one.
Nay, by St. Jamie, I hold you a penny. A man and a horse is more than one, and yet not many.
Where be these gallants? Who's at home?
You are welcome, sir.
Yet I come not well.
And yet you halt not.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Were it better I should rush in thus? But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my mother? Gentles, methinks you frown. Wherefore gaze this goodly company as if they saw some wondrous monument, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Why, sir, you know this is your wedding day. First we were sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you come so unprovided. Fie, doff this habit. Shame to your estate and eyesore to our solemn festival.
Tell us, sir, what occasion of importance hath so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself?
Tedious and word to tell and rough to hear. Suffice it, I have come to keep my word, though in some part am enforced to digress, which at more leisure I will so excuse as you shall well be satisfied with all they hear. But where is Kate? I stayed too long from her. The morning wears, this time we were at church.
Oh, see not your bride in these unreverent robes. Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
I assure thee. Thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus. Therefore, her done with words, to me she's married, not unto my clothes. Could I repair what she were wearing to me as I could change these poor accoutrements? For well for her and better for myself. But little fool am I to chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride, and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
He hath some meaning in his mad attire. We will persuade him, be it possible, to put on better ere he go to church.
Or I'll after him and see the event of this.
But to her love concerneth us to add her mother's liking, which to bring to pass, as I before imparted to your worship, I am to get a man, where he be skills not much will fit him to our turn, and he shall be Lucentio Pisa, and make assurances here of greater sums than I have promised. So shall you quietly enjoy your hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that my fellow schoolmaster doth watch Bianca's steps so narrowly, 'twere good methinks to steal our marriage, which once performed, let all the world say no. I'll keep mine own despite all of the world.
That by degrees we mean to look into and watch our vantage in this business. We'll overturn the graybeard Gremio, the terrifying Mother Manola, and the quaint musician Amorous. Signor Gremio, came you from the church?
I came from school.
Oh, is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
A bridegroom, say you? 'Tis a groom indeed, a grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
Why, cursed than she. Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
Oh, no, why, she's a devil, the devil's damned.
Oh, tut, she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucentio, when the priest should ask if Katherine should be his wife. Hi, my dogs, wolves, quoth he, and swore so loud that, all amazed, the priest let fall the book, and as he stooped again to take it up, the mad-brained bridegroom took him such a cuff that down fell priest and book and priest. Now take them up, quoth he, if any less.
What said the wench when he rose again?
Trembled and shook. Why, he stamped and swore as if the vicar meant to cozen him. But after many ceremonies done, he calls for wine. A health, quoth he, and as if he'd been aboard, carousing with his mates after a storm, quaffed off the muscadel and threw the sops in the sexton's face, having no other reason but that his beard grew thin and hungerly and seemed to ask him sops as he was drinking. This done, he took the bride by the neck and kissed her with such a clamorous smack that at the parting all the church did echo, and I seeing this came thence for very shame, and after me, I know the rout is coming. Such a mad marriage never was before.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today and have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But my haste doth call me hence, therefore here I need to take my leave.
It's possible you'll away tonight.
I must away today, before night come. Make it no wonder. If you knew my business, you would entreat me go rather than stay. And honest company all, I thank you that have beheld me give myself away to this most honest, sweet, patient wife. Dine with my mother, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you to stay till after dinner.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat me stay, and yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
Now, husband, if you love me, stay.
Romeo, my horse.
Aye, the horse be ready. Those to beat the horses.
Nay then. I'll not be gone today. No, nor tomorrow. I'll not go until I please myself. There lies the door. It is open, sir. There lies your way. Your boots will be green while you are jogging. For me, I'll not go till I please myself. Mother, wait! He will stay my leisure.
Aye, marry, sir, now it begins to work.
Kate, content thee. Prithee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Mother, be quiet. He will stay at my leisure.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast. Revel and domineer, carouse full measure to her maidenhead. Be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But for my buddy Kate, she must with me. Look not big, nor scamp, nor scare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chattels. She is my house, my household stuff. She is my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. And here she stands, touch her who dare. I'll bring mine action on the proudest steed that stands my way in Padua. Grumio, draw forth thy weapons. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench, they shall not touch thee. I'll buckler thee against a million.
Nay, let it go. A couple of quiet ones.
Went they not so quickly, I should die with laughing.
Whose all mad matches never was the like.
Mistress, what's your opinion of your sister?
Not being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warrant ye, Petruchio is cated.
Well, neighbors and friends, though bride and bridegroom wants for to supply the places at the table, you know there wants no junkets at the feast. Lucentio, you shall supply the bridegroom's place, and let Bianca take her sister's room.
Shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it?
She shall, Lucentio. Come, gentlemen, let's go.
Now, were I not a little pot and soon hot, my very lips would freeze to my teeth, my tongue to the roof of my mouth, my heart in my belly ere I come by a fire to thaw me. But I, with blowing the fire, shall warm myself, for, considering the weather, a taller man than I will take cold. Holla! Ho, Curtis!
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice, if thou doubtest thou may slide from my shoulder to my heel, with no greater run but my head and neck. Therefore fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, good
Why,
Grumio?
Curtis, aye, and therefore fire. Fire, cast on no water.
Is she so unshrew as she purported?
Aye, Curtis, aye, before the frost, for thou knowest, winter tames man, woman, and beast, for it has tamed my old master, my new mistress, and myself, fellow Curtis.
Away, you 3-inch fool, I am no beast.
Am I but 3 inches? Thy horn is a foot, so long am I at the least. But wilt thou make a fire, or shall I complain of thee to our mistress, whose hand, being now at hand, thou shalt feel to thy cold comfort for being slow in thy hot office?
I prithee, good Grumio, tell me, how goes the work?
A cold world, Curtis, in every office but mine, therefore, fire. Do thy duty, and have thy duty, for my master and mistress are almost frozen to death.
There's fire ready, and therefore I pray thee, news.
As much news as will thaw.
Come, you were so full of coney catching.
Therefore, fire, for I have caught extreme cold. Who's the cook? Is supper ready? The house trimmed, the rushes strewn, the cobwebs swept, the serving men in their new fustian white stockings, and every officer his wedding garment on. Are the jacks fair within, the jills fair without, all the carpets laid and everything in order?
All's ready, and therefore I pray thee, news!
First! No, my horse is tired. My master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddle into the dirt, and thereby hangs the tail.
Well, let's have it.
Lend me thine ear.
Here.
There.
This was to feel a tale, not to hear a tale.
Therefore, 'tis called a sensible tale, and this cup was but to knock at your ear.
he left her with the horse upon her. How he beat me because her horse stumbled. How she waded through the dirt to pluck him off of me. How he swore, how she prayed that never prayed before. How I cried. How the horses ran away, how her bridle burst, how I lost my crupper. And many things of worthy memory that shall now die in oblivion, and thou return unexperienced to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more shrewd than she.
Aye, and that thou and the proudest among you shall learn when he comes home. But what talk I of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Joseph, Philip, and the rest. Let their heads be sleekly combed, their blue coats brushed, their garters of a different knit. Let them curtsy with their left leg. And do not presume to touch a hair of my master's horsetail till they have kissed their hands. Are they all ready? They are. Call them forth.
Do you hear? Ho! You must meet my master to countenance my mistress.
Why, she has a face of her own.
Who knows not that?
Thou, it seems, to call for company to countenance her.
I call them forth to credit her.
Why, she comes to borrow nothing of them.
Welcome home, Romeo. What Romeo, fellow Romeo?
Fellow! You! What? You! What, fellow? You! That's much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions, is everything ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
E'en at hand, elated by this, and therefore everything must be perfect.
Come, Kate.
Cock's passion, I hear my master. Silence!
Where be these names? What, no man endured to hold my stirrups nor take my horse? Where is Nathaniel? Philip? Sugar sup?
Here, sir, here, sir.
Here, sir, here, sir, here, sir. You logger-headed and unpolished grooms. No attendance, no regard, no duty. Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You horse and swain, you malt horse drudge, did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring these rascal knaves along with thee?
Nathaniel's coat was not fully made. The rest were ragged, old, and beggarly. Yet, as they are, here they come to meet you.
Go, rascals, go and fetch my supper in. Where is the life of the late high lad? Come, Kate, sit down. Sod, 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 fire when I say, be merry, sweet Katherine. Off with my boots, you rogues, you villains, when? 'Twas the friars of orders graze, they forth walk it out. You pluck my foot awry. Take that, and mend the plucking off the other. Be merry, Katherine. Sirrah, get you hence and bid my cousin Ferdinand come hither. One Kate you must kiss and be acquainted with. Where are my slippers? Shall I have some water? Be merry, Katherine. Welcome and wash heartily. Will you let it fall? You villain!
I pray you, husband, do so false and willing.
A flat-eared, beetle-headed knave! Sit down, Katherine. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, or else shall I? What's this? Mutton?
Aye,
And you brought it?
aye.
'Tis burnt and dried away. What dogs are these? Where is the rascal cook? Take that. You logger-headed joltheads and unmannered slaves.
Do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it. For it engenders choler, planted anger, and 'twere better that both of us did fast. Since of ourselves are choleric, then feast on such over-roasted flesh. Be patient, tomorrow it shall be mended. For tonight, we'll fast for company. Come, sweet Kate, I'll bring thee to thy bridal chamber.
Peter just ever see the light?
Begins on her own humor.
Where is he?
In her chamber, making a sermon of contingency to her, and rails and swears and rants at she. Poor soul knows not which way to look, stand, or speak as one new risen from a dream. Awake, awake, for he is coming hither.
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon now is sharp and passing empty. Until she stoop, she must not be full gorged, for then she never looks upon her lure. She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about the making of the bed. And here I'll fling the pillow, this way the bolster, that way the coverlet, another way the sheets. Aye, and amid this hurly, I'll intend all is done in reverent care of her. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak. It's charity to show.
Possible, friend Lucentio, that this is not the death may be any other but Lucentio. I tell you, sir, she bears me fair and bad.
Sir, to satisfy you in what I have said, stand by and mark the manner of his teaching.
Now, mistress, profit you in what you read.
What master read you? First resolve be that.
I read that I profess the art of love.
And may you prove, sir, master of your art.
While you, sweet dear, mistress of my heart.
Quick proceeders, Mare. Now tell me, you that durst swear Bianca did love none in the world so well as Signor Lucentio.
Spiteful love, unconstant womankind. I tell thee, Lucio, this is wonderful.
Mistake no more. I am not Lucio. No, nor a musician, as I seem to be, but one that scorns to live in this disguise, for such a one as leaves a gentleman and makes a god of such a cully. Know now that I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection for Bianca. And since mine eyes are witness to her likeness, I will with you, if you be so contented, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
See how they do kiss and court. Signor Lucentio, here is my hand, and here I firmly vow never to woo her more, but to forswear her as one unworthy all the former favors that I have fondly flattered her withal.
And here I take the unfeigned oath never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Fie on her. See how beastly she doth court him.
Would all the world but he had quite forsworn. For me, that I may surely keep mine oath, I will be married to a wealthy widow ere 3 days past, which hath as long loved me as I have loved this proud, disdainful haggard. And so, farewell, Signor Lucentio. Kindness in women, and not their beauteous looks, shall win my love. And so, I take my leave. In resolution, as I swore before.
belongeth to a lover's blessed case. Nay, I have ta'en you napping, gentle love, and have forsworn you with Hortensio.
Tranio, you jest, but have you both performed me?
Mistress, we have.
Then we are rid of Lucio.
In faith, he'll have a lusty widow now, one that shall be wooed and wedded in a day.
God give him joy.
Aye, and he'll tame her too.
He says so, Tranio.
He has gone into the taming school.
The taming school.
What, is there such a place? Aye, mistress, and Petruchio is the master. He teaches tricks 11 and 20 long to tame a shrew and charm her chattering tongue.
Master, I watched so long that I am dog weary, but at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill will serve the turn.
What is he, the Andero?
A mercante, a pedant, I know not what, but formal in apparel, engaged in countenance, surely like a father.
And what of him, Tranio?
If he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to see Lucentio and pass assurance to Baptista and Nola as if he were the right Lucentio. Taking your love and then let me alone.
God save you, sir. And you, sir, you are welcome. Travel you far on, or are you at the farthest?
At the farthest for a week or two, and then up farther and as far as Rome, and then to Tripoli if God lend me life.
Well, what countryman, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Oh, Mantua! Mary, sir, God forbid, and come here to Padua? Careless of your life!
My life, sir, how I pray, for that goes hard.
It's death for any man to come to from Mantua to Padua. Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and the Duke, for private quarrels which your Duke and him hath published and proclaimed it openly. Oh, 'tis but marvel that you newly come, else you might have heard it proclaimed about.
Alas, sir, but it is worse for me than so. For I have bills for money by exchange from Florence and must here deliver them.
This courtesy I will do you, and this I will advise you. First tell me, have you ever been at Pisa?
Pisa I have often been. Pisa is renowned for grave citizens.
Among them, know you one Vicentio?
I know him not, but I know of him, a merchant of incomparable wealth.
He is my father, sir. And sooth to say, in countenance somewhat doth resemble you.
As much as an apple doth an oyster and all one.
To save your life in this extremity, this favor will I do you for his sake. And think it not the worst of your fortunes that you are like to Sir Lucentio. His name and credit shall you undertake, and in my house you shall be friendly lodged. Look you take upon you as you should. You understand me, sir. So shall you stay till you have done your business in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept of it.
Oh, sir, I do and will repute you ever, the patron of my life and liberty.
Then go with me to make the matter good. By the way, this I let you understand. My father is here looked for every day to pass assurance of a dower and marriage twixt me and one Baptista's daughter here. I'll fill you in all these circumstances. Go with me to clothe you as becomes you. Get the
Thou seest how diligent I am to dress thy meat and bring it thee myself. I am sure, sweet Kate, this kindness merits thanks. What? Not a word. Maiden, thou must not here take away the dish.
Nay, let it stand.
The poorest service is repaid with thanks, Kate, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Aye, Petruchio, you are to blame. Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
Eat it of all, Hortensio, if thou lovest me, much good do it unto thy gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, will we return unto thy mothers and revel in as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with scarves and fans and double change of bravery, with amber bracelets and beads and all that knavery. What hast thou dined? The tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Come, tailor, let us see these ornaments. Lay forth the gown. Oh, mercy God. What masking stuff is here? What up and down, carved like an apple tart. You snip and nip and cut and slish and slash like to a censer in a barber's shop. Why, what in the devil's name, tailor, callest thou this?
You bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion and the time.
Marry and did. But if you be remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time. Go hop over every kennel home, for you shall hop without my custom, ma'am. Here, make your best of it.
I've never seen a better fashioned gown. More quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Aye, true. She means to make a puppet of me.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance. Thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, thou yard, three-quarter, half-yard, quarter nail. Draped in thine own house by a skein of thread. Away, thou rag, thou quantity, thou remnant, or I will so beneath thee with thy yard that thou shalt think some braiding whilst thou still livest. I tell thee, that thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction. Grumio gave order how it should be done. I gave her no order. I gave her the stuff. How did you desire it should be made?
Very, ma'am, with needle and thread.
Did you not request to have it cut?
Thou hast faced many things.
I have.
Face not me. Thou hast braved many men. Brave not me. I shall neither be faced nor brave. I say unto thee, I bid your master cut out a gown. I did not bid him cut it to pieces. Ergo, thou liest.
Well, here is the bill of fashion to testify.
Read it.
It lies in its throat. It say I say so. Imprimis, a loose-bodied gown.
Master, if ever I said a loose-bodied gown, sew me into the skirts of it and beat me with the bottom of brown thread. I said a gift.
Proceed.
With a compass cape.
Did I confess the cake?
With trunk sleeves.
Did I confess to
The
sleeves?
sleeves curiously cut.
Aye, there's the villainy.
Error in the bill. Error in the bill. I commanded that the sleeves be cut out and sewed up again. And I will prove it unto thee, though thy little finger be armed at a thimble.
This is true what I say, and I have thee in place where thou shalt know it.
I am for thee straight. Keep thou the bill. Give me thy meat yard. Spare me not.
God of mercy, Grumio, then she shall have no odds.
Well, in brief, ma'am, the gown is not for me.
You are correct, sir. 'Tis for my mistress.
Go, take it up unto thy master's use.
Villain, not on thy life. Take up my mistress' gown for thy master's use.
Why, sir, what's the conceit in that?
Oh, sir, the conceit is deeper than you think for. Take up my mistress' gown for thy master's use. Oh, fie! Fie!
Sayest thou wilt see the tailor paid, Lucentio? Go, be gone, tailor. Say no more.
I'll pay thee for thy gown tomorrow, tailor. Take no unkindness of his hasty words. Away with it. Commend me to thy master.
Well, my Kate, we will return unto thy mothers, even in these honest, mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor. 'Tis the mind that makes the body rich. And as the sun breaks through the darkest cloud, so honor peereth through the meanest habit. Why, is the jay more precious than the lark because his feathers are more beautiful? Or is the adder better than the eel because his painted skin contents the eye? Oh no, good Kate, neither art thou the worse for this poor furniture and mean array. If thou accounts to shame, lay it on me, and therefore frolic. We will henceforth with to feast and sport us at thy mother's house. Go, call forth my men, and we will straight unto her, and bring our horses unto the long lane end. There will we mount, and thither walk on foot. Let's see. Think 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and shall well be supper time when we get there.
I assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be dinner ere we get there.
It shall be 7 ere I get to horse. Look. What I say, what I do, what I think to do, you are still crossing it. Sirs, let it alone. I will not go today. And ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
So this gallant will command the sun.
Sir, this is the house. Please it you that I call.
I would else. And but I be deceived. Madame Baptista may remember me from 20 years ago in Genoa, when we were lodgers with Pegasus.
'Tis well, but hold your own in any case with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I warrant you. But sir, here comes your boy. Toward going to school?
Fear you not him. Sirrah Biondello. Now do your duty thoroughly, I advise you. Imagine 'twere the right Lucentio.
Hear me now.
But hast thou done thy errand to Baptista?
I told him that your father was in Venice, and that you'd look for him this day in Padua.
Thou'rt a tall fellow. Hold thee that to drink. Here comes Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Madam Baptista. Oh, you are happily met. Sir, this is the gentlewoman that I told you of. I pray you stand good father to me now, and give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft son, may I by your leave, having come to Padua to gather some debts, my son Lucentio made me acquainted on a weighty cause of love between your daughter and himself. And for the good report I hear of you, and for the love he beareth to your daughter, and she to him, to stay him not too long, I am content in a good father's care to have them matched. And if you please to like no worse than I, upon some agreement, me shall you find ready and willing with one consent to have her so bestowed. If you're curious, I cannot be with you, Madame Baptista, whom I hear so well. Pray pardon me, sir, in what I have to say. Your plainness and your shortness please me well. Right true it is, your son Lucentio here doth love my daughter, and she loveth him, or both dissemble deeply their affections. And therefore, if you say no more than this, that, like a father, you will pass my daughter a good dower, then the match is made and all is done. Your son shall have my daughter with consent.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Where then do you know best we may be affied with such assurance ta'en when either part's agreement stand?
Not in my house, Lucentio, for you know pitchers have ears, and I have many servants. Besides, old Gremio is hearkening still, and happily we might be interrupted.
Then at my lodging then, had it like you, there doth my father lie, and there this night we shall pass our business privately and well. Send for your daughter by your servant here. My boy shall fetch the scrivener presently. The worst of it is this, that upon so slender warning, you are like to have a thin and slender pittance.
It likes me well. Cambio, hie thee home and bid Bianca make her ready straight, and if you will, tell what hath happened. Lucentio's father is arrived in Padua, and how she's like to be Lucentio's wife.
I pray the God she may with all my heart.
Dally not with the gods and get thee gone.
Madam Baptista, shall I lead the way? Come, one mess is likely to be your cheer, but will better in visa.
Cambio,
What sayest thou, Biandello?
saw my master wink and laugh upon you.
And what of it?
Faith nothing, but has left me here behind to expound the meaning or moral of her son's and
I
Joseph's. about a counterfeit assurance. Take your assurance of her. Cum privilio ad impredendium solum. To the church, take the priest, clerk, and some sufficient honest witnesses. If this be not what you look for, I have no more to say but bid Bianca farewell forever and a day.
Here is Bianca.
I cannot tarry. I know a wench married in the afternoon. She wants the gardener to pick parsley to stuff a rabbit. So may you. And so, adieu, sir. My master hath appointed me to go to St. Luke's to bid the priest be ready to come against you for your penance.
I may and will, if she be so contented. She will be pleased, and wherefore should I doubt? Hap what hap may, I'll roundly go about her. It shall go hard if Cambio go without her.
Come on, in God's name, once more toward our mothers. Good Lord! How bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon, the sun, it is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list or ere I journey to your mother's house. Evermore, crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Say as he says, or we will never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far. And be it moon, or sun, or whatever you please. And if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the moon that shines so bright.
Maiden, you lie, for it is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed. It is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. Whatever you want to call it, thus it will be named. And so it shall be so for Katherine.
Go thy ways, Petruchio. The field is won.
Well, forward, forward, thus the bull should run, and not unluckily against the bias. But soft, company is coming here. Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away? Tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly, too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman? Such war of white and red within her cheeks. Tell me what stars do spangle heaven as beauty becomes those two heavenly eyes. Once more, fair, lovely maid, good day to thee. Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
I will make the man mad to make a woman of him.
Young, budding virgin. Fair and fresh and sweet, whither away, or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child, happier the man for whom favorable stars allot thee to make you his lovely bedfellow.
Why, Kate, I hope thou art not mad. This is a man. Old, faded, wrinkled, withered, and not a maiden, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, old father, my mistaking eyes that have been so bedazzled by the sun that everything I look upon seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Pardon my mad mistaking.
Do so, old grandsire, and well withal make known which way thou travellest. If along with us, we shall be joyous of thy company.
You, fair sir, and you, my merry mistress, which with your strange encounter have amazed me. My name is called Lucentio. My dwelling Pisa, and I am bound to Padua there to visit a son of mine, which long I have not seen.
What's his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily met. the happier for thy son. For by this, the sister of my wife, this gentlewoman here, thy son hath married. Wonder not, nor be amazed. She is of good esteem, her dowry wealthy, of good birth. Besides, so qualified as may beseem the spouse of any noble gentleman. Let me embrace with old Lucentio, and wonder we to see thy son, who will be joyous of thy arrival.
But is it true, or else is it your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, to break a jest upon the company you overtake?
I assure thee, father, so it is.
Our first merriment hath made thee jealous. Come along and see the truth hereof.
Well, Petruchio, this puts me in heart. Now to my widow. And if she be forward, then hast thou taught Hortensio to be untoward.
Softly and swiftly, sir. The priest is ready. I flood the envelope, but they may make chance to meet thee at the house. Therefore leave us.
Hey, I'll see the church. Boy, you're back and return to my masters as soon as I can.
I marvel Cambio comes not all this while.
Here, sir, this is the door, this is Lucentio's house. My mother's bears towards the marketplace, thither must I, and here I leave you, sir.
You shall not choose but drink before you go. I think I shall command your welcome here, and by all likelihood some cheer is toward.
They're busy within, you are best knock louder.
What's he that knocks as he would beat down the gate?
Is Senor Lucentio within, sir?
He's within, sir, but not to be spoken withal.
What if a man bring 100 pound or two to make merry withal?
Keep the 100 pounds to yourself. You shall need none so long as I live.
Hey, I told you your son was well beloved in Padua. Do you hear, sir? Leaving frivolous circumstance, I pray you tell Signor Lucentio his father is come from Pisa and is here at the door to speak with him.
Thou liest. His father has come from Padua and here looking out at the window.
What, art thou his father?
Aye, sir, so his mother says, if I may believe her.
Why, sir, this is flat knavery of you to take upon you another man's name.
Lay hands on the villain. I believe I means to cousin somebody in the city under my countenance.
I have seen them in the church together. God send them good as shipping. But who is here? Oh, Master Lucentio. Now we are undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, Crackham.
Hope I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you rogue. What hast thou forgot me?
Forgot you? No, sir. I could not forgive you, for I had never seen you before in all my life.
What, you notorious villain? So never see thy master's father, Lucentio.
Oh, you mean my old, worshipful old Master Lucentio? Yes. Mary, sir, see where he looks out the window.
Is it so indeed?
Here's the bad man who's bothering me.
Help, son! Help, let him back to yourself!
Pretty Kate, let us stand aside and see the end of this controversy.
Sir, what are you that offers to be my servant? What am I, sir? What are you, sir? Oh, immortal gods, a fine villain. Silken doublet, velvet hose, a scarlet cloak, and a coat tin hat. I am undone. I am undone. While I play the good husband at home, my son and servant have spent all at the university.
How now? What's the matter?
What, is the man lunatic?
Sir, you seem a sober and ancient gentleman by your habit, but your words show you madman. Why, what turns it you if I wear pearl and gold? I'm thankful to my good father I'm able to maintain it.
My father? Oh, villain, he's a sailmaker from Bergamo.
Oh, you mistake, sir.
Oh, you mistake, sir. Pray, what do you think is his name? His name? As if I knew not her name. I've raised her since she was 3 years old, and her name is Tranio.
Away, madam! This is Lucentio, mine only son, and heirs to the land of me, Signor Vicentio.
Lucentio. Oh, she hath murdered her master.
lest you be coney catched in this business. I dare swear this is the right Lucentio.
Swear if you dare.
Nay, I dare not swear it.
Well, then that were best to say that I am not Lucentio.
Yes, I know thee to be Senor Lucentio.
Away with the dotard, to the jail with you. Thus are strangers hailed and abused. The monstrous villain.
Oh, we are spoiled in yonder sea. Deny him forswear, or else we're all dead.
Pardon, sweet father.
Oh, lives my sweet son. Pardon, dear mother. How hast thou offended? Where is Lucentio?
Here's Lucentio. Right, son, to the right, Lucentio. That have by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposed blur thine
Oh,
eyes.
here's packing with a witness to deceive us all.
Where is that damn villain Tranio that faced and braved me in this manner so?
Oh, tell me, is not this my cambio?
Cambio is chief into Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my state with Tranio while she did bear my countenance in the town. And happily I have arrived at the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced her to. Therefore pardon her, sweet father, for my sake.
I'll slit the villain's nose that would have sent me to the jail.
Do you hear, sir? What, have you married my daughter without asking my goodwill?
Fear not, Baptista. We will content you. Go to. But I will in to be revenged for this villainy.
And I to sound the depth of this knavery.
Look not ill, Bianca. My mother will not frown.
My cake is dough, but all in among the rest, out of hope of all, but my share of the feast.
Come, husband, let's see the end of this ado.
First, kiss me, Kate, and I will.
What? In the midst of the street?
But art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir, God forbid. But ashamed to kiss.
Let's away then. Come, let's go home.
Nay, I'll give you a kiss. Now, love, say.
Is not this well? Come, sweet Kate. For once the never, for never too late.
At last, though long, our jarring notes agree, and time it is when raging war is done to smile at perils and scapes overblown. My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome, while I with self-same kindness welcome thee. Father Petruchio, Sister Katherine, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow, feast with the best, and welcome to my house. This banquet is to close our stomachs up. And I pray after our great good cheer, sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords this kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, would that were true.
Now by my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Pray you, madam, what do you mean by that?
Thus I conceive by him.
Thus she conceives by him. How likes Hortensio that?
My widow says thus she conceives her tale.
Very well mended. Kiss him for that, good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you. Mistress, what do you mean by that?
Your husband, being troubled with the shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe. Now you know my meaning.
A very mean meaning.
Right, I mean you.
And I am mean, respecting you.
To her, Kate.
To her, widow.
100 marks, my Kate does put her down.
That's my office.
Spoke like an officer to thee, lad.
How like Remio these quick-witted bulls.
Believe me, ma'am, they butt together well.
Head and butt. In hasty witted fellow would say head and butt or head and horn.
Why has that weakened you, Mistress Bride?
I could not frighten me, therefore I'll sleep again.
Nay, that you shall not. Since you have begun, have at you for bitter jest or two.
Am I your bird? I mean to shift my bush and then pursue me as you draw your bow? You are all welcome.
She hath prevented me. Here, Mistress Cranio. This bird you aimed at, will you hit her not? And therefore a health to all that shot and missed.
Oh, sir, Lucentio did slip me like his greyhound, which runs himself and catches for his master.
A good swift simile, but something currish.
Well, 'tis well, sir, that you did hunt for yourself, but 'tis thought that your dear doth hold you at bay.
Tranio hits you now.
I thank thee for that good Tranio.
Confess, she hath hit you here.
She hath a little galled me, I do confess. But as the jested glance away from me, 'tis 10 to 1 it hit you two outright.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, for assurance, let us each one send unto his wife. She who is most obedient to come when he first doth send for her shall win the wager which we will now propose.
Content. What is the wager?
100 crowns. 100 crowns. I'll bet so much upon my hawk or hound, but 20 times so much upon my wife.
200 then.
Content.
A batch.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Fiandella, bid your mistress come to me.
I got it.
Son, I'll be your hat, Bianca comes.
I'll have no hats. I'll bear it all myself. How now? Where's mother?
Your mistress sends you word that she is busy and cannot come.
She cannot come! Is that an answer?
Aye, and a kind one too. Pray God, sir, your wife send you not a worse.
I pray better.
Sir Biendello, go and entreat my wife to come to me.
Entreat her, nay, then she must needs come.
I fear, sir, yours will not be entreated, no matter what. Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some good just in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse, she will not come! Oh, vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sirrah, get you hence and tell my wife I command her to come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The fowler fortune mind, and there an end.
Now, by my holy name, here comes Katherine.
What is your will, sir, that you send for me?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither. If they deny to come, swinge me them soundly unto their husbands. Away, I say.
Here is a wonder if you talk of a wonder.
Indeed it is. I wonder what it portends.
Harry, peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life, awful rule and right supremacy, and to be short, what not that's sweet and happy.
Fair befall thee, good Petruchio. The wager thou hast won, and I will add unto their losses 20,000 crowns, another dowry to another daughter, for she is changed as she had never been.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet and show more sign of her obedience when you build virtue and obedience. See where she comes with your froward wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion.
Lord, let me never have a cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass.
I would your duty were as foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 200 pounds since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Katherine, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
First begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall. First begin with her.
Fie, fie. Unlick that threatening unkind brow and dart not scornful glances from those eyes. To wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty, it spots you by the knees, confounds thy fame as whirlwinds shake their buzz, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain, troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. And while you sow, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor both by sea and land, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, whilst thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience, too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as a subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. And when she is froward, peevish, sullen, sour, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul, contending rebel, and graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war when they should kneel for peace, to seek rule, supremacy, and sway when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in this world, but that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, come, you froward and unable words. My mind hath been as big as one of yours. My heart is great, my reason happily more to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength weak, our weakness past compare, seeming to be most, which we indeed least are. So veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hand below your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if ye please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench. Come, kiss me, Kate.
Go thy ways, old lad, for thou shalt have it.
'Tis a good hearing when children are toward.
But a harsh hearing when women are forward.
Come, Kate, let's to bed. We three are married, but you two are sped. 'Cause I won the wager, though you two hit the white. And being a winner, I'll give you good night.
Go thy ways. Thou hast tamed the cursed shrew.
'Tis a wonder by your leave she will be tamed so.
Vallejo Shakespeare in the Park, and I'd love that you're able to come here to the Mare Museum, and we hope that you're able to return and come see everything that they have here. We do have our Indiegogo campaign going right now, so if you'd like to contribute more than the $20 that you paid for your tickets, we would really appreciate that. You can go online to Indiegogo to Vallejo Shakespeare in the Park. Thank you for coming, and we hope to see you next year. You've been waiting.
this day.
What do you think, Jay?
Hello?
What you say? I didn't catch you.